Welcome back to the series on Solanaceous Vegetables. In the previous part, we discussed some important one-liners and concepts related to crops like tomato, brinjal, and chili. In this second part, we will continue with more important facts, varieties, pests, diseases, and breeding concepts that are very useful for competitive exams like ASRB, ICAR, and other agriculture examinations. So let's quickly revise the next set of important points related to solanaceous vegetables. First, Pant Bahar is a tomato variety that shows resistance to verticillium wilt and fusarium wilt, two major fungal diseases affecting tomato crops. Next question. Identify the wrong statement about indeterminate tomato. Indeterminate tomatoes are mostly preferred for polyhouse cultivation because they grow continuously and produce fruits for a longer period. They are also relatively late maturing, and fruiting often occurs at every third node. However, they are not suitable for mechanized harvesting because the plants keep growing and fruiting continuously. So, mechanized harvesting is the incorrect statement. Now, let's look at the correct statements about export tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are commonly preferred for export to European countries because of their small size, sweetness, and better shelf life. In India, export quality tomatoes are mainly produced in regions like Nasik, Pune, and Bangalore. Therefore, both statements are correct. Tomato fruits generally have a total soluble solids content, or TSS, ranging between 4 to 7%. TSS mainly represents sugars and soluble compounds that influence taste and processing quality. Lycopene, the red pigment responsible for the color of tomatoes, is produced most efficiently at temperatures between 24 and 27 degrees Celsius. When temperatures rise above 27 degrees Celsius, lycopene production starts decreasing rapidly, and above 40 degrees Celsius, it almost stops completely. Now, for a matching concept. The steroidal glycoalkaloid found in tomato is called tomatine. The main acid responsible for acidity in tomato fruits is citric acid. Fruit aroma in tomato is associated with sulfonium compounds, and saponine compounds are considered toxic compounds in plants. Another important biotechnology concept is the flavor-sour tomato. In this genetically modified tomato, pericarp thickness and shelf life were improved using antisense RNA technology to delay fruit softening. Now, an assertion and reason question. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant. This statement is true. The reason is that lycopene helps reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases and certain cancers. This is also true and correctly explains the assertion. Important tomato ripening mutants include arine, nor, and nona. These mutants are widely studied in breeding programs to improve shelf life. An emerging problem in tomato production is the serpentine leaf miner, an insect pest that damages leaves and reduces crop productivity. Marigold is often used as a trap crop in tomato fields to control the pest Helicoverpa armigera, which is a major fruit borer. In protected cultivation, such as polyhouses, maintaining carbon dioxide concentration around 400 parts per million helps improve photosynthesis and plant growth. Finally, soil solarization is an effective method used before planting to reduce soil-borne pathogens and control damping of disease in nursery beds. Next is match the physiological disorders. Golden flake is associated with a low potassium to calcium ratio and high calcium oxalate deposition. Cat face disorder is related to distortion similar to blossom end rot symptoms. Sun scald occurs due to exposure of fruits to high temperature and direct sunlight. Blotchy ripening is mainly caused by potassium deficiency. Next point. The Pan-American variety shows resistance to fusarium wilt. According to Vavilov, the center of origin of brinjal is the Indo-Burma region. Two species of Solanum are commonly grown for edible fruit and leaves. These are Solanum macrocarpon and Solanum ethiopicum. Hybrid vigor in Brinjal was first reported by Nagai and Kida in 1926. The long slender fruit type of Brinjal belongs to Solanum melongena variety serpentina. The classification of cultivated and wild forms of brinjal was given by Filov in 1940. Bitterness in brinjal fruits is due to glycoalkaloids, mainly solasonine. Brinjal fruits contain a relatively higher amount of vitamin B. Dry fruits contain a goitrogenic principle. Discoloration in brinjal fruits is mainly due to the activity of the enzyme polyphenol oxidase, also called PPO. Copper content and PPO activity are lowest in white brinjal varieties. Iron content is highest in green-colored brinjal. The favorable mean temperature for brinjal cultivation ranges between 21 and 27 degrees Celsius. The optimum germination temperature for brinjal seeds is about 25 degrees Celsius. Low temperature conditions induce short-styled flowers in brinjal. Spray of copper-based compounds can increase the yield of brinjal. The optimum stage of harvesting brinjal fruits is when the fruits are tender, bright-colored, and glossy in appearance. Examples of soft-joint varieties of brinjal include BR112 and NDB25. A well-known milky white-colored brinjal variety is KKM. For storage, brinjal fruits should be kept at about 10 to 11 degrees Celsius with around 92% relative humidity. Under these conditions, green brinjal can have a shelf life of up to 4 weeks. Processing varieties of brinjal generally contain more dry matter and lower phenolic content. The root system found in brinjal plants is bidirectional. Fruit setting in long-styled flowers of brinjal can reach about 70 to 80%. Major pollinators of brinjal include honeybees and bumblebees. Orobanchi infestation in brinjal is mainly controlled through cultural practices such as crop rotation and field sanitation. A commonly used mulch material in brinjal cultivation is Erinathus arundinaceus. The most destructive pest of brinjal is the fruit and shoot borer, which damages both shoots and developing fruits. For weed management in brinjal fields, herbicides such as 2,4-D are commonly used. Little leaf disease in brinjal is transmitted by the leafhopper insect Cestius physitis. The fruit and shoot borer alone can cause around 70% yield loss, while little leaf disease may lead to 40 to 80% yield reduction. The isolation distance required for certified seed production in brinjal is about 100 meters. A good source of resistance to both Phomopsis blight and bacterial wilt in brinjal is the wild species Solanum xanthocarpum. The early report on heterosis in brinjal was given by Kakizaki in 1931. Male sterility in brinjal was reported by Jasmine in 1954. The first functional male sterile line developed in brinjal is UGA1MS. Transgenic brinjal resistant to fruit and shoot borer was developed by the company Mahaiko. This BT brinjal contains the Cry1AC gene, which provides resistance against insect pests. The BT brinjal event was cleared for commercialization by the Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, or GACE, in the year 2009. BT brinjal has no toxic effect on humans because the Cry protein is broken down in the acidic environment of the stomach, and humans lack the specific receptors required for the toxin to act. Arka Shita is a brinjal variety known for its long and green fruits. Arka Kusumkar is a small green-fruited brinjal variety that produces fruits in clusters. The brinjal variety Arkashil shows resistance to little leaf disease. The parentage of the variety Pusakranti is derived from a cross involving PPL and Mysore types with white giant. Pusa purple long is an important early variety of brinjal developed by IARI. The brinjal variety Anamalai shows resistance to aphids. Bicolor brinjal varieties include Vaishali and Manjari Gota, Punjab Barsati, and Punjab Sadabahar are varieties known for resistance against fruit borer. The variety Dundu is considered most suitable for making barta. Hisar Jamuni is a variety suitable for ratun cropping. Pant Samrat is a brinjal variety known for resistance to both Phomopsis blight and bacterial wilt. Foliar application of potassium nitrate at around 2000 parts per million, along with boron and zinc sulfate around 500 parts per million, can significantly increase the yield of brinjal. The brinjal variety, suitable for long-distance transportation, is Arka Anand because of its better fruit firmness and shelf life. Bitterness in brinjal fruits is mainly due to the glyco-alkaloid compound solasodine. The varieties Vijay and Azad belong to the brinjal crop. The type of flower present in brinjal is pentamerous, meaning the floral parts occur in multiples of 5. Little leaf disease in brinjal is caused due to deficiency of micronutrients like molybdenum and zinc. Phomopsis blight is considered one of the serious diseases affecting brinjal seed production. Ladder-like feeding patterns appearing on leaves are caused by the hada beetle, scientifically known as Epilacna. Upward and inward rolling of leaves in chili is mainly due to Fusarium wilt. Another common name for brinjal is aubergine, and it belongs to the Solanaceae family. Low temperature conditions may lead to ovary splitting in brinjal fruits. The major phenolic acid present in brinjal, which has antioxidant properties, is chlorogenic acid. Parthenocarpy in brinjal can be expressed under cold conditions, usually around 7 to 10 degrees Celsius. The species Solanum macrocarpon is commonly known as the Gaboma eggplant. Grafting in brinjal cultivation is mainly practiced to overcome soil-borne diseases. Chemically, solasodine is very similar to the compound diosgenin. The brinjal variety, Arka Anand, is suitable for both Rabi and Kharif seasons. The variety Pusa Kaushal, Pusa Anka, Pusa Kranti, and Hisa Pragati show resistance to little leaf disease. Fruit and shoot borer is the most serious insect pest in brinjal cultivation. The wild species Solanum ferox is known for yellow-colored fruits. The CMS source species used in brinjal breeding is Solanum gilo. The species resistant to hada beetle is Solanum torvum. In brinjal pollination studies, a bee species called Anomalopsis bielieti has been recorded as an important pollinator. The seed rate required for brinjal pure line cultivation is about 500 to 750 grams per hectare. An early and dwarf brinjal variety is S. depression. Calyx withering is a physiological disorder that occurs due to high calcium and nitrate levels. Fruit and shoot borer damages brinjal plants mainly during its caterpillar or larval stage. The statement that winter crop is more affected than summer crop by pests is false. So these were some important revision points from Solanaceous Vegetables, especially focusing on brinjal and related concepts. If you found this video helpful for your exam preparation, make sure to like the video and share it with your friends preparing for agriculture exams. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more quick revision videos on vegetable science and other agricultural subjects. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you